Hey guys, what's going on? Adam here with Indie Farm Life. I'm finally going to wrap up that sewer project I started last fall. The backhoe is a Swiss Army knife. You just need more power. An N95 mast because this job stinks. Late in the year, things just got really wet and I got frozen out. I only have about 15 or 20 feet to go, but I got to dig down and punch this thing through the manhole and, well, let me just show you. So if you recall, this is the trench that I had last fall. 850 foot that way up to the house. Got to do some grade work on that after it's settled all winter long. But here's where I'm left with. I left this amount of the trench open so that I could continue on to the manhole, which is right there. I'm gonna say this is a confidence level 3 operation. My little Jimmy rig here, I don't have the most faith in that. I also don't have a full tank of gas in this generator, so so far it's actually working. I know that little pump's gonna get clogged though. Let's go take a peek. May take quite a while too, but it's got a decent flow. I'm gonna make a path here for the 580 like I was talking about. Mention that I love that tractor. Pretty awesome. Look what I found. I've been draining for like an hour plus. It's slow going, it's coming down. Just takes some time and a little fuel. And I popped the manhole cover. It's really clean and almost dry in the bottom of that, so not too bad. But I'm gonna start, I think, maybe digging with the backhoe right here to get this section put in. I guess you guys can't see with the sun there. I'll spin around and let you see the hole. But really just need to connect that little triangle piece there, or rip that piece out. A mini excavator would be ideal, but a backhoe is a Swiss Army knife. There's not much that you can't get done with it if you have enough time. But that 1 1/4 inch line needs to punch in the side of that manhole there. I'm debating on whether I should drill my hole and do all that work now before I breach this, or go ahead and breach it. Maybe I'll dig a deeper hole this way that'll suck the water away from me while I work. So I pumped it down, what, 1.5 feet maybe? So it's not all gone, but I just checked with my little trusty post here that I got the pipe pressed down about 3.5 feet or so, maybe 4 in places. So I'm gonna call it good. And now when I fill this in, it won't have large amounts of water pressing everywhere, and this is still dry. I'd love to be able to get this done today, but I don't know if I will, so I guess you can expect water in the morning. Well, let's push some stuff in here. I'm going to connect these two. This hole to the right is deep enough that if there's water, it's not going to be an issue. So I busted my dam. Sorry I didn't have that on camera. But I think my plan's gonna work. So if you can see down there, I don't know if you can, the light's kind of funky, but I got all that water running in there. And I dug that hole on the backside pretty deep, and will continue to do so, so that tomorrow, which I assume this is gonna be a tomorrow thing, when I drill this out, I'm not standing in a lake of water as opposed to a lake of like lava or something. That'd be terrible. But I can use the almost like a sump pit back here, and I can even ladle it out with a backup if I need to. Clean it up a little bit more. So I tossed a little gravel down there, a little 53 limestone. I don't know if you can see it. Again, bad shadows. But gonna enter the manhole at about 4 foot down. I'll show you how to pop the lid on that here in a minute if you haven't done that before. And then I'll show you kind of my design. There's the poly pipe that we're using that ran out here. This isn't a me design. The county signed off on how I'm doing this. It was actually an engineering mock-up that they had. Trying to find all my stuff. All right, so we've got the HDPE line we've been running with the whole way down through here. You can't actually take HDPE and glue it to Schedule 40 pipe because HDPE is solvent resistant. I didn't try it, but I did some research and people say it doesn't work. So the county said I can use a rubber boot. So this will get sent through the manhole wall, which I'll be drilling out with this carbide bit here, 2 inch. This is about 1 3/4 inches on the outside diameter. So I'll use some hydraulic cement around the opening, but this will punch into this boot. This is a 1 1/4 to a 1 1/2. And then we've got 1 1/2 inch pipe into here, which will then terminate into a clean out T. And so I have a cap on top for clean out purposes. This is now inside the manhole. And then Schedule 40 3-inch pipe all the way down, and they want hangers on it every 24 inches. So I got a couple different kinds. I got this kind, which I figure I could fold up if I might be floating away from the wall a little bit, so I thought this might be a good one. And if I actually do get to pin it back to the wall, I got the more like horseshoe shaped ones. So those are the materials. I got some tap cons to stick it back against the concrete on the inside, an N95 mask because this job stinks. That's a dad joke for you. And what else? Yeah, plumber's glue and solvent, or plumber's glue and primer and cleaner for the Schedule 40 stuff. But other than that, it shouldn't be too bad. I always say that, you know, on paper it's not too bad, and then you get doing stuff and, well, life happens. They actually make tools to do this, but I'm popping one manhole cover. I don't do this for a living, so I'm gonna go out and buy a tool just for this purpose. So what I'm using is a flat bar and a pry bar. Just kind of gotta finesse it. I'll just stick kind of one in there and work it up, and then keep pressure on it with the other. Like so. Now, manhole covers can't fall back in on themselves. That's their design, the circular design, so don't freak out if it kind of tilts on you a little bit. It's got to be every bit of 18 feet down there. This is when I drop you guys down the sewer. Or my glasses. That'd be fantastic. You can kind of see. But yeah, like I told you before, yesterday maybe, earlier in the video, it's fairly clean because there's, well, A, it's relatively new, and B, it's super rural. There's next to no flow in this, which makes my job a whole lot better. All right, let's punch a hole in this bad boy. So drilling this thing out has been quite the to-do. The problem is that concrete is just so thick that hole saw fills up, and then I have to chip it out, and it's slow. Like I said, I got to chip it out in the hole so that the saw can keep going deeper and deeper. Well, I'm sick of that. As one of my childhood heroes, Tim the Toolman Taylor, would say, is you just need more power. I'll be right back. So instead of using a hammer and a screwdriver to chip out the insides of that, I'm going to use that little guy. I reckon that'll get it done. He's a monster. Well, that thing worked like a charm. Didn't quite show you guys that, but there's a hole into the manhole. So I've got the line through. I started kind of stubbing out. I don't know if you can see in there. I may have cut it a little short. I mean, I got plenty of room to, let's focus it here. You can see it stubbed out there. I got plenty of room to get my boot on there and make it work, but my fear was that if I started filling this in, it would pull it out if it had some deflection on the pipe. So I'm trying to do my best now to slowly get some weight on this pipe and fill it in so that it won't pull back. I really hate to have to dig this up and make a splice. So should have left it a little long, but I think it's gonna be all right. So I put enough cover on this that I don't think we're gonna have deflection and pull this pipe out of there. At least I certainly hope not. If I screwed it up, I know where to fix it. Okay, so I walked you guys through what I was doing earlier in principle, but here it is in practice. I got my boot and then the 1.5 inch sleeve that goes into the T. It's important to have the clean out with the, or have the rounded side down for the dumping, if you will. And then I got my cap on here. Nick's laughing, he thought that was a good joke. Hope you guys did too. All right, we're gonna drop this thing in the hole. It turns out 10 foot is actually about perfect, so I'm gonna put it on there, then I'll put the elbow on at the bottom. And then I'll take you guys down there with me. All right, so I got everything inside done. Even had to take a ladder down in there. I'll climb down there and show you guys exactly what I did, but wasn't really conducive to taking a camera at the time. So other than backfill and getting the county to say green light, just gotta put a little hydraulic cement around that little opening there. It's probably less than 1/4 inch in total all the way around. So mix up some of that, jam it in, then I'll show you the final product. Guys, as promised, here it is from the manhole. Sorry I didn't video this live, but you'll understand why. Going back to what I was describing earlier, here's where the HDPE pipe comes in. Sorry, the boot that I referenced, and then that little piece. Got my clean out up on here, and this is just Schedule 40 PVC, all primed up and glued. And then they wanted stays, stainless steel or galvanized stays every 24 inches. You can see I brought another ladder in here. But I got it run all the way down to the bottom with an elbow and terminates just above the grade there. So this is a complete project finally. Just gotta hook it up to the house. That part should be easy compared to this. So not terribly difficult, other than working in tight spaces. I'm sure the audio in here is terrible. Yeah, but done. And there's the hydraulic cement around where that pipe enters. I jammed a good amount in there. If you've never used that before, it's supposed to stop a leak in like 3 minutes, an active leak. So it's good stuff, but it's powder, and you should mix it with water, make it a putty, and stick it in there. So happy to be done with this project. All right, well, time for me to play cleanup and probably take a shower because I smell fantastic. But hopefully that was helpful for some of you guys out there who might be doing a similar project, or maybe just entertainment value. Either way, I like sharing this stuff with you guys. So hit that subscribe button, come back and see us. Take care, guys.